All right, Mr. Abdullateef, from what I hear you say, you said the government is working tirelessly to ensure that the people of Kwara State are safe. And, you've recorded some successes, but it's a different narrative we get on ground. A lot of people in Kwara State still largely feel unsafe. And who do we believe in this situation? The government or the people on ground? And again, you said that some arrests are being made. Yes, we hear some arrests being made. Some of these criminals are being apprehended. But what kind of persecution comes afterwards? Because we hear nothing after these arrests are being made. Are they persecuted? What happens afterwards?
The law is clear about that. When you arrest suspected criminals, investigations take place, and afterward, they are prosecuted according to the laws of the land. So we believe the security agencies are taking charge of that. Our own as a government is to continue to provide security, logistics and support for them. And I also believe that the people of Kwara State share in our optimism for their safety and security. As I outlined earlier, some of the steps the government have been taking with their confidence and support. Some of the sources we have also recorded to their delight, because they understand that we are in this together. They also know that the odds against the government are very high. In most of the times, we have to record 100% success in most of the operations. In any instance where there are issues, that's when you hear those in the news. For instance, in November, last month, the men of the police force foiled an attack in Bodisadu, in Moro local government. A member of the criminal syndicate was neutralized and actions were retrieved from them. This didn't go viral as much as we wish, but the people of Kwara State derive joy and pleasure, and they take hope from such report. And that is the picture of the effort the government has been making. We also believe that they understand that this is not something that we end with a wave of the hand. They understand that it is a journey. We have a disadvantage with the location at the moment. There are serious issues around the Kogi and the Niger borders, and with that, we are quite affected with some of these issues. So what we are doing at the moment are quite clear, and I'm sure they are confident in our effort and the capability to take the state out of the woods. We have done it before. During the COVID-19 pandemic, our administration was one of the best rated in the state with the way we manage the crisis. Away from that, the governor that we have is a proactive, pragmatic, and remarkable leader. He is one for the war, he is one for the battle. He's experienced, he's battle tested. They believe in him, having voted him twice into office to take the state out of any mishap or issue, as the case may be. So we retain our trust and confidence in him. We also think that the issue in Kwara have been largely overblown by misinformation and fake news. And as you must have also observed in the media, some of those do not help us as a people or as a state. So we want to urge our people not to panic. We want to urge them to remain calm as the government continues to work to strengthen peace and safety in the state.
Okay, SSA, let's take a look at this. You just talked about the boundary states, and that is, I know that you share boundary with Niger, you share with Oyo, you share with Kogi. Now, this challenge we have in Kwara State, is it a spillover from these states, or is it as a result of internal security failure? And also, I would like to know, in the Southwest, for instance, they have the Amotekun. Now, what have you put in place in Kwara State to help curtail the spread of all these, whether it is bandits or kidnappers? Is there a security system you have put in place, or you are waiting for the forest reserve the federal government is setting up?
Security experts have constantly explained that the security situation in Kwara was largely influenced by the issues around the border communities, and those are the grants that anybody who is discerning or following the issue closely would also agree with. But we are not in the habit of complaining. We would rather face the issue squarely. So the governor himself has spoken several times to let the people know that he would spare no resources to ensure that our people remain safe and calm. Now, answering your question about some of the steps we have taken, we have spoken several times about the ongoing training for forest guards in our state. We are sponsoring this, funding this with a view to complement the effort of the federal government to assist with the operations across the affected communities in Kwara. Upon the completion of their training, these people will be posted to several communities, and then they are largely locals with experience of the terrain, with the trust of their people. Once they are deployed, they will strengthen the operations and help us flush out the criminal elements across anywhere they may be hiding. The statement and the stance of the Kwara State government is clear. Kwara shall not become a den or a haven for bandits, and we have been largely successful in sending that message. We will bring terror to anybody who wants to cause harm or unrest in our land or to our people, and that will be unceasingly and unwavering. Thank you very much.
All right.